Okay, I'm just cooking some onions here. This is Deanna Fulcher with Gut Healing RN and Eating to Heal on the GAPS program. Onions are very medicinal and they're actually really yummy. I used to cook peppers and onions and tomatoes and eat them for breakfast a lot of times with the eggs. But if you're on GAPS, you won't be eating potatoes in the beginning. So here's a way you can enjoy your onions without worrying about the potatoes, the starches, which are hard to digest. I kind of vary my heat as I go. This is, the onion was about this size, and I just sliced up the whole thing. And I put it in there with some chicken fat that I had left over from some chicken that I cooked. You can see the line in there about how much was in it. And I'm also going to make this kind of a video about using some fats too. This is some fat that was left from cooking bacon that I had just put in a bowl and let it cool to separate the fat off. So this is what I mean by cooking your vegetables with fat. You just add it to the pan. This is starting to get a little bit sticky and caramelized over there. So I'm just going to add a little bit more. And the healthy fats are the animal fats and butter. And it's fine to use a lot of it in your cooking, as much as your vegetables will absorb, really. Then the satiation that you get from the fat, the feelingness of being full, not hungry anymore, what you're not going to get from your potato, and I'm actually back on potatoes, so I can put a little potato in here, but I'm not going to for now. If you don't have the starches to fill you up, the fat really does a great job of making you not feel hungry at all for several hours. And don't be worried about eating it. It's actually very healthy for you. That's what all your cell membranes are made up of, like protein, say every other brick in the wall. Protein, fat, and that's how your cell walls are made up. So you really do need a lot of it. I also have some broth over here. So I could add a little broth to this. You want to steam it a little bit more. And then I can also put the broth in here to get the last of that chicken fat out with. And then just drink it. I also wanted to show you, I have this in here is a little bit of elk fat that I have left. And I just saved my coconut oil jars and use them for putting my fat in. Once it's cooled, you don't want to pour hot water or hot grease into plastic. So I let it cool down to room temperature and then store it in these. But see, that's the beef fat. And you can see there's a tiny bit of broth that collected on the bottom there. And that'll be fine as long as it's capped off with this. It won't go bad. And I'll use it probably within the next week or so anyway, just cooking vegetables and stuff. So you can just take spoonfuls of your fat that you saved from cooking your meats and use them to cook vegetables. Now I also have some mushrooms here that I'll slice some of them up a little bit and add to the onions. And mushrooms cook very quickly, so they don't need a lot of time. Anyway, I don't have my tripod, so I'm just going to slice these up and add them to this. And as you can see, it's pretty much done now. Getting some nice caramelization there and a puff of steam. Then another thing you can do with the onions, you can just eat them like this. You can cook them with liver, have liver and onions. You can also add eggs to this. So you can either just toss the eggs in here and cook them, or you can take the onions out of the pan, maybe add a little bit of butter or coconut oil or some other fat in there if you need more lubrication to cook your eggs in. And anyway, those are some good, for me, this is going to be breakfast. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner. This could be for any meal on the GAPS program. Okay, thanks for watching.